to go and press the X, and we are ready to rumble. Team Donny playing without Donny, going up against Team Awesome Knights in the best of 3 in the semi-finals. Okay, let's see. Team Awesome Knights is gonna be playing on the bottom part of the map, as we can see both Raelia and anKcat spawning here on the south side, with anKcat playing Cybran in cyan blue. Meanwhile, no, I won't tell you if I discover any bugs, no I won't, so go away. And then we have Raelia picking Aeon in beautiful violet. Then their enemies on the other side of the map are gonna be Sladow-Noob playing in bloody red with Aeon ACU. His friend on the left flank is gonna be no one else but Ndera, playing also Aeon, this time in a vivid green-blue. So yes, for now it seems like the top team is gonna go and opt for the simple approach of going 4 mexes into Hydra. Meanwhile the opposing team is gonna do exactly the same. To be honest, what I'm most interested about is how is going the matchup versus anKcat and Sladow actually pan out. Because we're gonna see the previously buffed Aeon frigates go up against the previously quite overpowered Cybran frigates. So yes, it's gonna be really nice to see how these 2 pro players are gonna go and make them work. After all, the Cybran frigates are gonna be quite cheaper and have higher DPS for the mass, and also more HP for the mass, but the Aeon frigates are actually bulkier and have way higher range. I think it's like 5 or 4 range difference, so if you actually fuck up your, how is it called, the engage with your Cybran frigates, you might find yourself being kited really hard by the Aeon and taking damage for free. So basically, the Aeon frigates became a small frigate Auroras, although just way much bulkier compared to Aurora. Meanwhile, the Cybran frigates are basically the all-out Zerg spam going on, so yes, it will be very interesting. Also, let's see, yep, there is the air factory coming up from Sladow as the second factory, and Ndera also opting for the same move. Then, on the other hand, we have Raelia lagging just a tad bit behind, as he or she is rather wanting to expand faster with the engineers, so the air factory is gonna be kind of slower, and then there is anKcat also going for the air factory, which is gonna be the slowest of the bunch. Which I'm not sure I like, because if you actually manage to get an early transport and get control over this, you can just go and drop the other position, you can make a proxy here. On this position you can grab this, so yes, early airfights are gonna be very important on this map. So yeah, we already have a bomber coming out from Ndera. The bomber is gonna beeline for the left flank, where the expanding engineers from Raelia should be. And considering just how juicy this expansion is, killing this engineer here, or this one here, might prove to be honestly quite fatal. The bomber most likely have been already spotted. No, it wasn't, as we can see that the interceptor is still going to the top side, but with the way it looks, it actually might pan out just fine. Is he gonna spot him or not? Okay, the bomber have been spotted. Is Raelia gonna react? No, he's not. Yeah, okay, he reacted. But the question is, Ndera also have his interceptor in here, which is already on the attack move order. The bomber gonna drop the first payload on the engineer belonging to Raelia. There is some micro happening. The bomb is dropped, and the micro have been actually misplayed, meaning that the bomber is gonna go and get the kill. Now, 2 interceptors on the tail of the bomber is gonna be enough to go and shoot him down. Still, considering just how important this engineer was, I think this was a good bomber. Because all of this mexes here are now basically delayed by like a minute or even more. And that's a lot of mass wasted. And yeah, I have to actually agree with the chat saying here, both Ndera and Raelia have been playing out of their mind this tournament, and lately in the team games too, so yeah. Like, I remember Rallia being kind of a pushover in the random map generator lobbies, but in the past few days, he or she was really good. Putting up quite a nice fight versus the higher rated players, so it's really nice to see new players actually pop into this tournament and do quite good. And yeah, like I said before, with the air control comes the transport rushes. And the transport drops, so yeah, we can see Sladow already opting to go and drop units here. And he's here. After that he's gonna go move and drop another few on this position here, which is gonna be way faster to whatever Rallia is doing. Although he got kind of well destroyed by losing this single engineer here, so yes, there is also that. But if you were to actually opt for a transport, that wouldn't be a problem. So yeah, we have the first frigate already on the run, with both anKcat and Ndera having their first frigate out, although... Okay, there is also a small fight happening here, and it seems like Sladow-Noob is gonna win it quite easily, as for some reason the anKcat prowlers were flying God knows where. I think they were looking for the enemy transport or something. Yes, they were looking for the transport, but unfortunately all of the engineers have been dropped. And as such, not even a scratch gonna be left on the beautiful chariots. So, how does the map look? It seems like Ndera is in a very good position. Same goes for Sladow, although I'm afraid that this drop here is quite useless, because this frigate from here can destroy not only these two mexes, he can also kill this guy here, and then he can deny these mexes here too. So yes, this is a very nice play from anKcat, although it seems like Sladow is gonna go and respond in kind with his own frigate coming out. So yes, this is looking quite good. It seems like this drop have been scouted on this island, although unfortunately for Sladow he's gonna be too late to react and kill him. Meaning that the engineers have been planted, and as such, this position is secured. Now on the top side, we can really see that Rallia is actually getting quite itchy about the enemy air. With this many interceptors already here trying to defend this position from any kinds of drop or something happening. Because honestly, I could really see it happening. A single drop, dropping 1 or 2 engines here, and then dropping more units here to go and secure this expansion. And yeah, that could be dangerous. Also, we have the third... Oh no, the submarine, the Sylph, is actually getting reclaimed by the engineer and the ACU. And also we have a first fight happening between... Okay, it finally moved out of the range. It seems like the first victim of the naval warfare is gonna be no one else but this little frigate here. Then let's see what's... Wait, oh yeah. I was hearing an air fight happening, and yes, exactly. It seems that Rallia is gonna mow down all of the interceptors belonging to Ndera, as Ndera basically was not paying the attention. Although he's still gonna grab a few interceptor skills, although at the cost of losing the transport. Though still, this is a very good payoff. I really do like it. Like yeah, he still lost the air, but it's not that bad. It could have been way, way worse. Also, it seems like there is a single bomber going for the engineer here. And just like I said before, this expansion should be... Wait, it's not dying? Okay, no, never mind. They have just enough range. It's just that for some reason anKcat wasn't trying to kill them. But yeah, here comes the navy from the flank from Mr. Sladow-Noob to go and save the day. They should be actually capable of picking off a few of the enemy frigates. They will for sure kill this one here, as it's a lone. And with the anti-torpedo weaponry on the Aeon frigates, a single submarine is not gonna do much damage, if any damage at all. So yes, if you wanna go and use submarines versus Aeon, you will need more of them than just a single one. But for now, it seems like it is Sladow who's getting the good trades versus Mr. anKcat. As we can see the Aeon frigs really putting down the pay. As Mr. anKcat is actually forced to go and run back, but this is actually quite a bad move, as this frigate is gonna get into the crossfire from 3 others. Although anKcat should be either running away or moving his units in. He's gonna move them in, but unfortunately, I'm afraid this is too late and too little. And while the Shivji might save some time, or rather buy some time, all of the tridents are gonna go and drop down to the bottom of the sea. Yep, it seems like this fight is gonna go hand and square to Mr. Sladow. So really nice place here. For now we also see a T2 gunship, the overpowered Spectre, going to go and deal with the Sky Slammer and stuff on the other side, as we can also see a few Swift Wings coming out for him to protect the gunships, so yes. Although while Sladow seems to be kind of winning here, Mr. Deli is unfortunately on the back foot versus Raelia. Though it seems like, yep, he's trying to go and kill the submarine, but he's not going to kill it because there's just way too much anti-torpedo weaponry. Unfortunate. Once again, Aeon Navy proving to be more than good. Like, why is it Aeon that always gets the nice things? Like, whenever there is some kind of changes or some bug fix, it always seems to help out Aeon for whatever the reason, but yeah. Anyway, the gunship, the Spectres, are doing some really good job in here, although they're soon gonna die to the incoming interceptors. Although here comes the Swift Ones and the interceptors from Sladow-Noob. The first time is gonna be a bad one, as the Swift One is gonna be the one to take the brunt of the enemy damage. And now, it seems like there is just way too many intis coming out from anKcat, meaning that the Spectres will have to run away. No, that's not Ndera, that's actually Swift Ones coming out from Raelia to go and help out on this side. And with Aeon Navy being the way it is, there is just nothing at all here to go and help out, because Aeon frigates have no AA weaponry. So quite a sad sight. But thankfully, with the pressure being put on the bottom side, it seems like Delhi might just have enough time to go and win some of the map control here on the top side, as we can see the frigates belonging to Raelia dying one after another. And the Sylphs actually also doing quite nice here, being stacked here with their anti-torpedo weaponry. So it seems like the game is gonna stabilize for a second. So let's take a look at the mass income. It seems quite bad. Team number 1, that is Team Ndera, which is without Ndera, is actually ahead by quite a considerable amount, because they have what? 190 mass per second compared to 150 mass for the bottom team. Here, a slight misplay happening from Sladow. He might have managed to go and kill the build power and stuff, but unfortunately he's also gonna go and donate a lot of mass here with the frigates and stuff. Like, actually maybe not that much. I forgot about the changes to the Navy replay. I mean Navy reclaim, where the unit sinks to the bottom of the sea. They leave less reclaim compared to land units and stuff dying on the land, so yes. Not as much reclaim left as I thought, but with Raelia being forced to move some of his own frigs and subs to the bottom side, it seems like Delhi is actually now able to go and deal some damage on the top side, even more so, when we can see him using the Aurora's hover ability to go and put pressure on this 3max expansion on the upper side. So yes, a very nice play coming out from Delhi, as there is basically no PD, no nothing to go and protect it. And while a single frigate would be enough to go and make sure that this factory is not such a problem with its Aurora spam, well, there is no PD, no frigates, and with Raelia delegating his units to the bottom side, where anKcat is actually going all out with torpedo bombers, submarines and stuff to go and finish off Sladow, it seems like trying to go and win the bottom side might be the winning play. Yep. The torpedo bombers are gonna go and die to the bunch of T1 Seekers, but unfortunately the submarines are gonna be enough to go and mop up whatever the hell is left from Sladow's navy. While they're actually, no, never mind, I misspoke. It seems like Sladow have basically 3 forces here. As we can see, navy just being spread out all around, so while he might lose this position here, it seems like he's still more than fine, and oh boy, I hate it. I hate it. The T1 AA anti-turrets are doing massive damage to the interceptors belonging to Mr. anKcat. But the question is, even though you might lose... I mean, it's not my fault what the team's names are. Like... Okay, I will change the team's name to basically the Sladow... I mean, I can see it happening, but anyway, for now let's go and see what is the top team gonna do about this. Okay, there is a big airfight happening, there is some T1 AA happening to go and help out, but it seems like, oh my god, Sladow is getting a really beastly turn here, and it seems like Mr. Riley is not paying enough attention because his interceptors and switchwings are dropping one after another. The red team is really happy about this engagement, as it means they have once again control over the airspace. And this pesky gunship, these Spectres are gonna be no more, with the switchwings from Sladow cleaning out the remaining air force. And while the damage was done, you still have to remember there is 6,000 reclaim here left, so yes, that's a lot. And while the damage was done, it was basically mostly T1 maxes from what I can see, so not really drastic or critical, just a small setback for Mr. Sladow. But the big problem is that now all of these torpedo bombers which anKcat invested into are gonna, well, just die off. They're gonna get swatted like flies, one after another. As such, this might really be the turning point of this game. Even more so when after being donated 6,000 mass in air wreckage and also other stuff, the top team is still ahead in the mass income at 240 mass compared to 190 for the bottom team. So it seems like the top team is doing really nicely, really good. Oh my, how cute, someone made a renegade. It's such a shame he's gonna get shot down in no time. But what can we do? What can we do? Nothing at all, we can just watch it all unfold. Another bunch of bombers gonna get shot down. And while I do appreciate the submarines being used versus the frigates, with so many beacon class here, those submarines are basically useless, because every one of those ships, every one of those frigates is actually torpedo defense. So no, the submarines are not the play here, and this Salem is a big ass mistake. It's already smack in the middle of the enemy beacons, and nasty and frigates are gonna say no to this Salem. So yes, it seems like Sladow is actually winning his lane. Meanwhile, Delhi is also just doing just fine, I guess, versus the Relia. It seems like it's mostly just T1 units duking it out. Oh, that's why. Instead of going for a T2 HQ upgrade, it seems like Delhi went for a T3 air. So well, we won't see any kinds of destroyers coming up from him, even though, believe me, Aeon destroyers are amazing, they're very good. But still, having air control might be more worthwhile in this position, especially as we can see that Sladow is the one who went for the T2 Navy HQ. So yes, there is no reason to go for double Navy, when you can just go and get one of the players go for the Naval HQ, while the other one will provide the air support. And an air support is very much needed, because we can see that Sladow, while having quite a formidable air force, might still lose this fight if he fucks up the micro. The Sladow... oh no. This is quite bad. I feel like Sladow just overestimated his own air force and made a very bad turn, meaning that nearly all of his units are gonna go and get shot down. And while Donnie is gonna go and push in with a few ASF, he's also gonna lose all of them. Thankfully, the Infinity class is here to go and salvage whatever the hell is left after this messy engagement. So yes, that was quite a misplay on Sladow's part. Thankfully, the T3 air from from Delhi is here to go and save us. Not to mention this bad boy here, the Infinity class cruiser, which will now have to keep on running away because there's a bunch of angry submarines coming his way. So yeah, run away, my boy. On the top side, it seems like it's basically stalemate. No one is crossing this line, no one is trying to. Everyone just likes to go and see it the way it is. Okay, mass income. 280 for the top team, 230 for the bottom team. So top team still ahead, going quite nicely on the echo page. But the problem now is, can they actually go and finish this game on time? Because it seems like Raelia and anKcat are actually gaining a foothold in the middle, thanks to their little navy. Although Sladow seems to be going for the blazes and stuff, which might pay off just fine. But yes, we will see. So, anyway, let's go and see what Raelia is cooking. For now, he's just making sure that his air grid is gonna actually keep on expanding, which is very good. Considering you don't really want to lose your air superiority on a naval map, as that would be horrible. Then we have anKcat also going for the T3 air, which I think is a small mistake, to be honest. I think a single player going for air is enough, the other one to just focus on the navy. Also, we can see that there was a lot of damage done by the blazes and stuff from Sladow, killing T2 mexes, which is always very sad sight to see. Yep, we can also see that this whole island have also been cleaned out by Sladow and his units. Oh no. Sladow forgot about his Exodus destroyer. Oh no, that is very sad. And with the last changes to Aeon and Cybran actually now currently have 10 more range on their own destroyers, meaning that if you are unable to catch them, they can still keep on dealing out damage from far away, while the Exodus class is just looking sad at this. Now we have some more units coming in here. I can hear you, Donnie. They're all evil. But then again, Donnie, what can I say? Your team is called Team Delhi, so yes. We are both worth each other. But yeah, Cybran Navy getting some nice value here, while the Aeon Navy is struggling to return the fire. Although what I hate is the fact that there is no stealth boat in the mix. A stealth boat would be fucking amazing here. Like, it would be just great. Although it seems like while the bottom part is a stalemate, Delhi is actually slowly but surely advancing, one mech at a time. As we can see, his Exodus actually forcing the enemy frigates to go and fall back. Then there is the Exodus coming here to reinforce the navy from Raelia, meaning that Delhi will have to put in a little bit more work to go and finish them off. Torpedo bombers scuttling away to go and finish off the Exodus here. Just far enough away from the enemy Infinity class. Although unfortunately the Swift Winds and everything from Sladow are here for yet another air fight. Delhi, move your ASF, come on, move, help out your bro in need. But where is the Infinity? Okay, it seems like the cruiser have actually sunk somewhere here, so yeah, it's no longer available. And as such, the Air Force belonging to Raelia can just keep on pushing Sladow away. Well, sorry for that. Yeah. It seems like my cold is coming back. But looking at the top side is actually looking very bad, because while anKcat is actually managing to somehow keep Sladow at bay, Delhi, with his massive income, is just bullying Raelia all the time, and with the hover flag in the mix, it seems it might be... Okay, never mind, this might be actually quite a bad push from Delhi, depending on how the micro pans out. Although so far it seems like it's going just even. As the destroyers start duking it out, the frigates from Delhi are gonna go and focus down on this Exodus, which is taking a massive damage. Raleigh is trying to go and move it backwards and dodge some of the shots, but it's not really working out. There is just way too many ships coming from Delhi. And right now we can even see some damage being done to the build power, which is really bad, because without build power we'll have no ships. You might have the mass and economy, but without the build power no ship will be built. This might be really... Oh no, never mind, there is an airfight happening between both of those players. It seems like both Raelia and anKcat pulled their forces in here, the same way as Sladow and Delhi to go and duke it out in the last airfight. But it seems quite bad for both. I have no clue if he's gonna actually go and win this. A really bad turn happening from Delhi, as it seems like his ASF are gonna go and all get shot down. Another bad turn, this time in the hands of Raelia. And only at this point just scoot away, just run away, Delhi. You need to save all the air force you can, because this is a wipeout for the top team. So, with no air force, how are you gonna go and deal with the incoming torpedoes and stuff? Like, honestly, it was looking pretty good, but forcing this airfight here was a mistake. Especially as you had no cruisers or no nothing. You could just go and chill here, just keep on using your little destroyers, your navy to just get incremental advantages. That airfight was a mistake. I really don't like it. Just look at the navy from Delhi now running away. Tails underneath their legs and just running for their lives. And yeah, that is a small 100 mass difference. Although Team anKcat is gonna recall from the battle. GG, well played as a team. Ndera wins the game, though they still didn't obtain Ndera. And the big question is, if they win the tournament, will Ndera be willing to play with them or not? Because what is a Team Ndera without Ndera, after all? Anyway, let's go back to the lobby.